This is it's a very unique card game in the terms of strategy. It's unlike anything I've played before. I really like it. You essentially start out with a standard hand, and you have to play 3 rounds. It's best of 3, but you essentially cannot get more cards. You'll get to draw a couple cards in between rounds, but once your hand is gone, you're done. That's it. You don't have anything else. Decks are around 25 cards, depending. So let's just get started. All right. Welcome to Gwent. This tutorial will help you get started, and I'll get some free cards. I've already completed it, so I doubt I'll get any more free cards, but we're gonna give it a shot anyways. That'd be sweet. It'd be a heck of an exploit if I could just keep doing the tutorial over and over again and get free cards. That'd be awesome. So we'll go ahead. Gwent is a game where 2 armies are locked in a mortal struggle on the battlefield. The goal is to win 2 rounds against your opponent. Yeah, there are some tweaks, definitely. I even since I started playing, they've added some changes to the cards, and they've changed some of the wording, which makes the cards a lot easier. One thing I like about this is cards don't necessarily attack each other, and you're not attacking or defending. You are basically trying to build the most power on your side to convince the other person to concede, which is kind of neat. It's definitely strategic in that aspect. The crown shows your progress to victory. You want to fill up both sides of the crown in order to get your win. Go on there. Total strength of your army. Whoever has the more total strength at the end of the round wins and gets half a crown. As you can see, some cards have already been placed on the battlefield. These are called units. Placing them on the battlefield increases your total strength. Each player can only play 1 card per turn, and when it's done, it's the other player's turn. In this tutorial, my opponent will play first. Alright, each unit has assigned position determining which row it can be played on. For example, Fiend can only be played in the melee row. Let's move on. The Vran Warrior can only be placed in the range row. And the Griffin can only be placed in the siege row. So there we go. You can tell which cards can be played on which row by looking at the icons on the left. You can also see I've got that 12 card at the bottom. That's the Witcher. That's Geralt. He's awesome. And we're going to play Geralt right now by highlighting it and double pressing it. So if I highlight it, you can see it up on, I guess, I gotta remember where I'm at backwards. Right up here, you can see that's where the card is, and you can see its abilities. You can get a closer look at the card. Since I can't highlight anything else, I can't show you any of the cards. But I like the cards that are animated. It's super cool. So we're going to play them. It's going to drop in the row. I've now got 25 power, which is awesome. Here. Place my remaining cards in any order. What do I got here? These cards, these are just your basic vanilla cards. I'm going to go ahead and play this Red Onion Knight in the melee row there. Gets a big power. He's going to play something bigger. I'm going to play something bigger. I'm out of cards. They're out of cards too. Congratulations, my total strength is higher than my opponent's. Let's go ahead and move on to more battle stuff. I'm going to learn about the advanced card mechanics, and round dynamics. This is cool. We're going to get into more a little bit of the strategy. You're going to learn about the spell, what I call spell cards. I guess they're called special. All right, let's talk about advanced card mechanics and round dynamics. All battles start with a mulligan. I like this feature a lot. You can drop 3 cards and pick up 3 other ones, which is really neat. I'm going to swap up to 3 cards I don't want in my hand. So they want me to swap out Decoy, Commander's Horn, and Clear Skies. Alright, so we swapped those out, and you can see I drew 3 new cards. That went a little fast, I'm sorry. So hopefully, hopefully you didn't really need to see what those cards were. Okay, a good strategy is to open around by playing a strong card. I don't know how I feel about that. I hate especially in round 1, using my strongest card at the beginning. Because I know I fought opponents where they'll play all their big cards at the beginning, and I'll just end it, and then all their cards go straight to the graveyard. Which is hilarious to me. Alright, so we're playing Geralt. Geralt's out there. Get there. Your opponent's about to play a card that musters more of the cards in the battlefield. This means all copies of the opponent's deck will instantly appear on the battlefield. Some deal damage to other units, so they're going to have me play this one, which will let me deal damage. I have no choice. I got to pick this one, so it's going to deal some damage. When its strength is reduced to 0, it's destroyed, gets sent to the graveyard, drops the opponent's power, stuff like that. So, player my remaining cards in any order. What do we got here? So I got a bunch of vanilla cards, and remove 2 strength from an opposing non-gold unit. So, we're going to go ahead and destroy some of their characters. Go ahead and get rid of that guy. It's going to Scorch, destroys the strongest units on the battlefield. Gold are immune to most card abilities. Losing a round does not mean you've lost the battle, you only need to win 2 out of 3 rounds. So, pass once by pressing and holding Y, so it's going to want me to pass now. So I've passed with the higher power, giving the opponent the opportunity to continue to build their army. I can no longer go, like, I'm done. I'm done for the game. The opponent has all their chance in the world to build them. As you can see, they played a lot more cards than I did, so now I'm going to have card advantage over them. Between round 1 and 2, you get to draw 2 cards, and then between rounds 2 and 3, if you make it that far, you get to draw 1 extra card, which is really neat. Hi. So now I get to play the remaining cards in any order. I think what does she do? Removes 4 strength from an opposing unit. 6, 7, 8. I'm not going to do that. We're going to go ahead and just start dropping these 8 power guys. These are huge. So we just drop them all. Yeah. Just keep dropping them. Keep dropping them. See what they're going to do. Alright, so I have more strength. They've passed. I will go ahead and pass, which means I win. Oh, no round card except from 1 faction. Oh, see, I didn't know that. That's awesome. So we're going to continue. Round 3, as I said, I get to draw 1 card. I think it's just let me play however I want. Yeah. So let's just go ahead. 4 infantry. I like this card a lot. It gives me 2 cards. 7 costs. We'll just answer with my own 7. 8. I really don't have an 8. But what I can do is go ahead and drop this and weaken one of the cards. So that's still going to put me at advantage. See, like, they passed. The game was like, you can keep playing, but you basically won, especially since it was the final round. Oh, monster cards. I hate. I hate monster decks. I played them so much. Alright, what am I doing? Oh, I wanted to swap cards out. I don't think I want to swipe anything out. Let's see. No, I think these are great. So I have the option to swipe some stuff out. To swap stuff out. And I don't want to. I like Poor Infantry. It's a great first-hand starting cards. So yeah, I'm just gonna say that I'm done. It gives me the option. It's like, are you really sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Hi. Oh, how about the leader's abilities? All right, these are cool. Each faction has a leader, and each leader does something really neat. Start by playing a unit. Oh, force me to play a unit. It's like I didn't want to play that one. All right, so that leader. The leader powers can only be used once per game, which I like because it doesn't make it super broken. This leader creates a copy of himself and then puts it on the battlefield, so he's already got a 10 cost character. Full Test can create an exact copy of a bronze on your side, which is neat because when it says exact copy, if my character were to be buffed or hindered in any way, shape, or form, then it would create a copy of that. It creates whatever is currently on the battlefield, which I think is really neat. So we're going to go ahead and create a copy of this 8. I've got 16. Oh, we're not about weather. Weather is a big thing in this game. That I've noticed, not a lot of opponents that I've played actually use weather effects. But I still think it's really useful to learn. Weather cards are used when your opponent has significantly more strength than you on a specific row. Remember, like most cards, they don't affect gold cards such as growth. So as you can see, my melee row has been frosted. And their power have dropped to 1. Alright, you can remove negative effects of weather cards by playing the Clear Sky cards. So let's go ahead and do that. Clear skies, smiling at me. Alright, now I get to play our remaining cards in any order. We've got 18, so we're going to go ahead and... Oh. I like how it says in any order, and then it's forcing me to play this card. That's just... Come on. Come on, game. Really? That's what you're going to do? As you can see, I now have a significant lead over my opponent. I can now pass the round. So we're going to pass the round. Let's see what's gonna happen here. I don't remember what happens next in this tutorial. I got a Geralt, I got that. Alright. You know the basics, go ahead and keep playing. So let's go ahead and we get to play on our own now. Sweet. So here's first thing I'm gonna do is, like I said, I believe that Poor Infantry is a great starting card. Even though it's round 2, I didn't get to play it the first round, but this will give me a significant advantage, being able to just drop 2 cards right away. In most other decks, I'll usually have something to buff Rose. So being able to play multiple copies, I think, is really good. We're still in the lead. We've already got 1 win ahead of us. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and drop.
Let's get.
I'm still in the lead. Here's the thing: they've got a bunch more cards. I now have the option to pass, and I can let them just play out their cards. I have a bunch of really high-powered cards. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna see how many more cards they need to play, because they still need to get 10 more power than they need to get 11 power to beat me. So I'm going to pass, force them to play as many cards as possible, and either win the round or go on to round 3. So let's find out what happens. Okay, that's 1. 2. They're getting close. Dropping these things. Alright, so they've won now, but they're down to 4 cards. Going into round 3, they're going to draw 1 card. I'm going to draw 1 card, but I still have a giant hand of cards. And cards to, like, deter their units. So, you know, just drop this guy. Who's instantly just going to go ahead and knock that down. And that's some of the strategy in this game. Trying to figure out, oh, he played Rain. So I theoretically don't want to play any of my Trebuchet cards, or my Siege Tower cards, which are these 2. Because it'll drop their power, but 2 power, 4 power. I'm gonna go ahead and just drop this, take out this fiend. I'm now at 13 to their 0. I'm still gonna win. I'm gonna keep dropping. Let's just keep dropping high-powered cards here. Again, these knights have no abilities. They're just 8-power cards. I don't think they have a way to come back from this. What is that? What is that? Fog. He fogged me. There's so much weather in this. More weather effects? Gonna affect my... No. So that's it. There's nothing I can do. I'm gonna play every card I have. It's the final round. They're passing. I'm just gonna keep playing cards. Because why not? Because we're gonna go with overkill. We're gonna go with overkill. We're gonna overkill this thing. Because why not? I wouldn't do this if I was actually playing against somebody online, but since it's a tutorial, I figured why not. What is the restriction? Can you sometimes cast multiple sometimes? So the restriction per turn is 1 card per turn. There are certain cards that will allow you to do other effects. Like certain cards, some of the monsters are called reeds, so they'll bring out every single card or copies of the card that you have in the deck. I have some cards that when I play them, I can bring cards back from my library. So we'll go over that. I'll show you some of the congratulations. I've completed the tutorial.